So, Billy, bring on this. It's WrestleMania season coming up.
Yeah.
Just give it. What do you got? Like, what are you hearing? Because it's kind of flat right now. I guess Edge and Roman's the main event. Everything. I'm still not sure exactly where they're going with a lot of these angles because there's question marks everywhere right now.
It's because they keep changing it. Like there was a different card that was out because they realized that they were only going to go half capacity, so they had this really like watered down card with Daniel Bryan and Roman and Drew versus Sheamus, and then they completely changed it. The only match they've had since October that they've still got is Bianca and Sasha. But because they've had that match for so long, those girls are supposed to main event night one. And that's been like a thing throughout. And I don't know when they're going to tell them they're not main event in night one or whether they're going to just keep them as main event in night one. They have to tell them at some point they're not main event in night one. Because I don't think Drew McIntyre is winning the belt in the middle of night one, like fourth or fifth match. That would be weird.
Yeah. Let me ask you this too. That's kind of a weird. Why are they so high on like elevating Bianca Belair into this spot and this match, and like going just completely all in on hey this is a WrestleMania main event when I'm like she's kind of new. She's obviously got fans, but the content we've seen in that angle is not elevating to a main event spot from what I've seen so far. What's going on there?
No, it's stupid because like last year. Obviously, Drew was given a strong push on TV, but the accompanying documentary was the real good thing about that would have got people on side. Where like you do his story from his like release, and then his mum died, and then he had to fight through like the indies to come back, and still all this stop-start stuff that was going on with him. And with her, like she's had suicidal thoughts, eating disorders, all of that, like. Pushed herself.
I saw this thing on YouTube where it said Bianca Belair talks about her depression.
Yeah, she's had all these like issues she's overcome, and we don't know about any of them from the TV show. We only know about them if you're like, if you're a bit of a mark and you watch the documentaries and everything. If you're a hardcore, but like, there's nothing. They're going down like.
I had no idea. Like you just told me this, I'm completely foreign to me.
That's what I mean.
Like, yeah.
Sometimes they can fall down the complacency trap of like AEW, where like AEW like introduced guys from the indies. Like last night, there was a guy that debuted. I'd never heard of him, but yeah, like we're also they all.
You never heard of Ethan Page?
I know he was in TNA. I know that I saw online that they were NXT were interested in him, and he ended up obviously going to AEW. But yeah, I mean, I've never watched it. I've never watched TNA since.
Yeah, you're in the UK. Is that like on every 8 o'clock on Tuesday nights, right?
It used to be majorly popular in the UK, though, right?
Yeah, it was. I've been to TNA shows over here and everything, but I don't think for the last 6 or 7 years I've bothered watching it. I mean, since they started to, I think when Drew
believe it or not, for a while there, like 2 years ago, that place was cooking.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
They had some really good stuff, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last time I think I watched was when Drew and Lashley and all those guys were in there. But I don't think I've watched it since 2017. I think that's
some good stuff.
So let me see this for these.
I've watched your stuff with Scarlett.
Oh, with the Impact stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played. I did my misogynist.
Yeah, that was good.
The old school dirty old man misogynist character, right?
Yeah, I watched the leg because my buddy's doing he does an annual vote who the highest woman in wrestling is, and me and Vince were talking about it with him. And I said I was going to vote for Scarlett. I said I think Scarlett would be the best, and Vince didn't know who she was. He goes, I don't know who that is. Right. So I sent him all the stuff you did with her, so he might talk to you about it this week.
Right, interesting.
Because he'd never watched it.